Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go ahead. Mic check.
Yes.
Mic check.
Mic check, mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let me make sure I'm doing like that.
Data. Data. What day is now? 38. Six? Huh?
Just as D-double-D.
It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise.
Good morning, TGIF. Welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. I'm Philip Simon.
It's so good to be here with you, Phil. Top of the morning, everyone. I'm Gandhi Pinder, filling in for Anastasia Palacios.
All right, how you doing, G?
I'm good. It's a Freedom Friday.
Freedom Friday.
And you know what? I always feel really good in the morning because I always try to start my day off with worship and devotion.
Yeah.
And that sets the tone. But sometimes throughout the day, you got to call me. We have
you
to,
know. Well,
I have to meditate on this word all day.
As long as you start right, there's a chance. Every
Yeah.
new day is a new blessing.
I like that. I like that.
We've got a great show lined up as usual. I mean, it's been an interesting week, of course, Gandhi. Our
Yes.
prayers, of course, and support goes out to, the Ferguson family. Again, it's kind of gripped the nation.
Yeah, it
Because
has.
of the larger conversation that's being elicited by the circumstances.
You know what I see, though, with Bahamians? Every time there's a tragedy or there's something, whether it's a global event or a local event, we come together and we have to commend the Head Knowles group and team because what they were able to do in just a few hours, it helps to bring some sort of small comfort in a situation that must be so difficult.
I cannot imagine.
So,
It's definitely gripping.
Yeah.
Gripping again.
So we are sending our love for sure
Right,
to
absolutely.
Agnes Ferguson. I know Byron. He's awesome young man.
But today's show, we're going to be talking about the newly established UWI Faculty of Engineering in Mona. So we got the big yard in the house. We got Jam Mark here with us. And we've also have some legends. I was just chatting with them a little bit earlier before the show started. The National Sports Hall of Fame 2018 inductees.
I saw Peter Gilkert out there.
I was just about to say, I'm not going to say who they are. You got to wait for the segment. But
6'10".
Absolutely.
You can't miss him.
He's hard to miss. And of course, we'll find out about International Men's Day. I think it's the first time that we're celebrating it formally here in the Bahamas. And of course, there's International Men's Day, G-Day, but then there's also National Women's Week. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome. You know the song. It's a man's world, but you know. Yeah, because it's also No Shave November. It's a full show today. We also have lots of great things going on with Cultural Week, so the Edmund Moxie Cultural Week.
Yes.
We're going to take a look at Perfect Feet, the movie. And we're also raising awareness about diabetes. So that's what the movie does. We'll find out more about that later. And we've got a story with regards to small business development. We also have your Alive calendar. So if you would like to be featured on the Alive calendar, be sure to send an email to Kari Albury, and that's K Albury, ALBURY, at tclbahamas.com to have them featured, to have people featured on our show every Friday for free. Free Friday. Freedom Friday. Fantastic
Alive
Friday.
Weekend calendar, that is, on the Alive Weekend calendar.
On the Alive Weekend calendar. Well, I'm missing my main man. the
I'm here.
Godfrey Burnside.
I'm here.
However,
I'm sitting
we
right
will
here.
still ensure that you have your weather, and we'll be right back.
Weather at sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First. First in insurance, today, tomorrow.
Thank you very much from afar, Godfrey. November 25th through December 10th, 2018 has been proclaimed National Women's Week. You know, I had to say National Women's Week in the Bahamas, and of course a host of activities are planned. But first, Monday is International Men's Day, and they're reserved locally. I don't know if it's for the first time locally and formally.
Yes, it is the first time.
Okay, great. Here to talk with us about this are Simone Bridgewater, Officer for the Department of Gender and Family Affairs, and Mr. David Williams, Program Advisor for the Department of Gender and Family Affairs. Good morning.
Good
morning.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. I was kind of pulling your legs a little bit about the Men's Day versus the Women's Week, but I was reminded it's a
Basically,
you know, it's a woman's world still.
It's a woman's. We'd like it to be. We'd like it to be. From your lips to God's ear.
So the theme for the International Men's Day is promoting positive role models. I mean, you know, just to get real serious in a second, I mean, there's probably nothing more important that we can say, you know, about what that means. But of course, I mean, tell us a little bit more about the thinking behind the thing.
The International Men's Day actually celebrated on the 19th, but what we're planning on the 18th, we're having a march. The International Men's Day is built on 6 pillars. It was founded by a Dr. Jerome, actually out of Trinidad. And 6 pillars is to promote a positive male role model, right? To celebrate men's positive contribution to society, to community. Then we want to focus on men's health. It's so important that as men, we take care of our bodies. The women want us around for a long time, and they want us to be happy, healthy, and wholesome. And then we want to highlight discrimination against men, social areas, social attitudes, expectations, and even the law. And then we want to improve gender relations and promote gender equality. And we want to help create a safer place in this world for not only men and women, but for people in general, no matter which sex you are.
Right. So that's on the 19th?
Yeah. On the what we're having on this coming Sunday, we're having a march, and we're calling all men to join us at 4 p.m.
Okay.
The march leaves from the Southern Recreation Ground. We call it the Government Grounds, right opposite St. Agnes Church. We will march onto Blue Hill Road, down Cumberland Street, all the way to the Fish Fry, and then we'll have a 1-hour rally. It's a very brief rally, just to have a number of speakers to encourage us and to share some of the positive things that we're doing as men. And also we have a luncheon at the Department of Gender and Family Affairs conference room for that Monday, where we are inviting men to join us. A number of speakers like Master Motivator Spence Finlayson. We have Pastor Eric Fox. I myself will be doing a new series called The 10 Commandments of Money Management. Terrence Bethel, he will be sharing on equality and gender relations. Keith Cox, who's actually our president, Keith Cox, he'll be talking about being our brother's keeper. So we have a number of people.
And of course, you filled. I mean, and when we talk about men, I mean, for the march even, but I mean, bring the boys, right?
Yes, oh, definitely. We want the fathers, the sons.
Okay.
And the minister will be there Monday at the luncheon, okay? And the idea is to have the minister, the Honorable Frankie Campbell, have a candle lighting virgil where he would pass the candle on to the leader of the opposition, Philip Brave Davis, to signify that there's no politics involved. And we're inviting the men to wear a white T-shirt. It's very important that you don't come in your political colors. White shirt
Absolutely.
signifies
Very
purity.
Important, very
Yes.
important. Well, thank you very much. And of course, National Women's Week. There's a conclave. There's an expo. Tell us some more about that.
Yes, so every year we celebrate National Women's Week here in the Bahamas, not to be mixed up with International Day for Women, which is
Right.
in March.
Okay.
So National Women's Week focuses, it remembers, celebrates, commemorates the suffrage movement, which is this year makes 56 years. And so we want to remember that and continue to build on that, right? And that happens, as you would have stated, it starts on the 25th and it goes through until that Friday. And there are lots of events planned. So if you want that information, we can get it to the public. But the key things we want to remember, we have a Women in Politics conclave. Woo! So we're inviting all women that are interested in political leadership or leadership on the whole to be a part of that. That's on the 28th.
Okay.
And on the 30th, we have our NGO Women's Expo. So any NGO that deals with women or girls, we invite them to come, set up, and just hear a bit more about how to create these kinds of synergies within the NGO bodies.
You know, I was joking with the whole James Brown song earlier this morning, you know, but it is a man's world, but it'd be nothing, you know, without women involved in
Yes.
it. Do you still think we have a ways to go in terms of the empowerment of women nationally and internationally?
I think definitely nationally, right? So I'm sorry, gender-based violence is my platform, and when we see that the rates of rape hasn't decreased in the last 10 years, when we see statistics around women being perpetrated against higher than men, then we understand that women and girls receive violence much more frequently than men do.
Right.
So until we can realize that we need men as allies to help us, right, as we continue along this path, there won't be any change. And so this is why we're taking a new shift in terms of focus, International Men's Day and National Women's Week. You need the partnership in order for us to create that kind of safe space in the Bahamas.
All right, excellent. That's a mouthful. Where can we find that, you know, to be
Information?
reminded? Yeah.
Yep, sure. It's on our Facebook page. So it's Department of Gender and Family Affairs. It's there. We also have it posted on our Instagram page, which is Gender at Family Affairs. So that's there as well. If persons would like a live list of all the events for the month of November and December, because we also celebrate International Day to End Violence, that they can get that through our email. It's Gender and Family Affairs at bahamas.gov.bs. And we can send it to them. Registration forms, anything that they need, information, we have it all there.
Well, excellent. David, Simone, thank you very much for joining
Thank
us
you
on
for
Bahamas
having
Sunrise.
Bahamas Sunrise.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the most cutest thing in studio. I wish I could bring, is that a?
That's my little girl.
I wish I could bring her on screen, but anyway, listen, you're watching Bahamas Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Do you want to know more about the scriptures, the early Christian church, its teachings, suffering, other religions, the authenticity of the Bible? The Anglican Theological Institute is for you. Enroll in a 3-year certificate program. Classes are conducted from NASA and Freeport on Saturday mornings. Don't miss a class. Stay connected anytime, anywhere, with high-speed internet. Contact us at 603-2481. Visit our Facebook page. Pick up an application form at any Anglican church or at Addington House on Sands Road. The Anglican Theological Institute is for you.
Good afternoon. First response. How can I help you?
I've been in an accident on West Bay Street. Can you send someone to help?
Yes, ma'am. A first response team will be there in 15 minutes. Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine, but a bit upset.
We're glad you're not hurt. Please, try to relax. Our team will take care of everything as soon as they arrive.
First Response provides immediate on-site service and support from the scene of an accident through the claims and repair process. And it's free to all Bahamas First insured drivers in New Providence, every day for any type of accident. If you drive and want First Response on your side, call 321st or visit bahamasfirst.com for the name of an authorized Bahamas First agent. First Response can't prevent an accident from happening,
But it can certainly ease your mind when it happens.
World?
Hello, welcome back. Listen, y'all hear Terrence yelling at me from in the back there. Head up. I was only sharing Bahamas at Sunrise on Facebook, because we are live on Facebook, okay? So go to Bahamas at Sunrise and share it with all of your friends, especially those who may be traveling or abroad and they love this show. I'm excited because we have two amazing people in the studio with us. This is Edmund Moxie Cultural Week, and there have been a full slate of activities going on. And we are just really commemorating and celebrating this cultural warrior. So you all are back to tell us more and just give us an update. Of course, Odia Richardson, daughter of a legend. Yourself, I love Teresa Moxie Ingram, Marva Moxie, and you are Edmund Moxie's daughter. Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you for having us.
I love it when people take action and move forward, make things happen, and really cement the legacy of someone who means so much to a nation. So Odia, please tell us about all of the events that have happened this week. I know that you all have had a church service, exhibition opening, panel discussion, documentary screening, and then park renaming.
We've been very, very busy this week. Like you mentioned, Sunday we began the church service. We wanted to start it off in the House of God, so we started off at First Baptist Church, which is where Reverend Diana Francis is the senior pastor, and she gave us a really good message, and so it really charged us up for the, for the rest of the week. And then Monday we had the opening of the Ed Moxie exhibit at the community center, which was renamed in his honor last night, and the exhibit just features portions of his life that many persons may not necessarily know about, and so we wanted to educate them about it, and a lot of persons knew about it, so they were able to go back in time when they saw what was displayed. And then we had some things on Jumbe Village there. A lot of people don't know about that, so those things were featured at the exhibit, or still featured at the exhibit. The panel discussion took place at UB in the Franklin Wilson Center. Panelists were His Excellency Desmond Edwards, Dr. Nicolette Bethel, Pat Ramming, all cultural icons, that had something dynamic to offer, well attended, well supported. And then we had the screening. Screening. I say so many things going on. It's hard to keep it all, take it all, to remember everything.
Screening,
yeah. We had the screening on the Mother Pratt Park of The Price of Being a Man, which was a documentary that Mr. Moxie, along with others, put together again about his life and many of the things that he would have, gone through, and it was important to tell that story, and so we put that on the big screen on Mother Pratt Park for residents particularly, and persons came out and saw it.
So where is this exhibit exactly? If I want to go today and see it,
the exhibit is on the park, actually on the park on Blue Hill Road, where the park was renamed last night. The exhibit is in the building. It's a community center that the IDB.
So when I get to the light, turn left.
It's across from Super Value.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to yeah.
Okay, awesome. And so last night in Big Pond, what was the significance of renaming this park?
Well, the significance of renaming the park was to give kudos to a man who was a representative for the Coconut Grove constituency, who fought for the social, cultural, and economic plight of the Bahamian people, and who took a stand when it wasn't popular to do so, because he was disturbed by the fact that they were not following the principles and ideas that they were elected on. And so he was someone who fought to ensure that persons were able to survive. He believed in self-help and community involvement. And so it was a recognition delayed but not denied.
Wow. Wow, that makes me feel so good. And the embodiment of courage, the personification of courage. So what is happening tonight, Friday, and over the weekend? Because the show is rebroadcast on Saturday. Yeah.
Okay, tonight is the beginning, or the return, I should say, of the Coconut Grove Festival, which was another initiative began by Mr. Moxie. And that is something that residents of Coconut Grove have been wanting for a long time. So we're bringing that back, and that also is on the park. We intentionally made everything centered around this, this park. So that's going to be happening tonight and tomorrow.
So what time and what's going to be the vibe out there?
Tonight begins at 6 p.m. It's going to be a cultural show like none you've ever seen. All folk Bahamian music. So, you know, a lot of the festivals you go to today features music from, you know, all over the place.
Yes,
but
yes,
our
yes.
festival is unique in that it's just Bahamian music. So we have a lineup, like, when we feature young people too, we have, like, last night we had the Yellow Elder school choir, and I think it might be GHS dancers. They were featured in our and they're also going to be there tomorrow night, the kids from Yellow Elder. But tonight we have Nita's on the program, Gino D, Scorch Conk, other acts like that. But it's going to be and vendors are going to also be
available. So Friday 6 p.m. and then Saturday what time does everything begin?
Saturday at noon, but the show itself doesn't begin until 3.
Okay, so it's kind of like an all-day program as well too. You guys have put a lot of work into this, and thank you so much. So I will give you an opportunity to say one quick thing that really stands out about Edmund Spencer Moxie for you, and then also for you, just one quick thing, and then how can we find you?
One quick thing that stands out for me is Mr. Moxie's love for community. Yes. He was very, very passionate about community. That's how I came to know about him. I've heard about him since I was a little girl. I remember seeing him around and stuff like that growing up, but my family and Mr. Moxie were very close, and he had such a passion for Coconut Grove and togetherness and community, and like Marva said, empowering people. So that's one of the things that I remember him most for.
And you, Marva?
Mr. Moxie, during his political career, when he realized that the country was not going in the direction that they had said it would go in, he made a speech, and he said that it's going to take muscle and guts. And muscle and guts was a name that stayed with him throughout his political career. And even more than that, he taught his children to stand for what you believe in, even if you have to stand alone.
I hear it in your voice. I hear it in your voice. Thank you, ladies, so much for sharing with us this morning on Bahamas at Sunrise, and I'll be sure to share your contacts so people can follow up and find you. I will be at your festival tonight and tomorrow. Yes, I want to check it out. Yes. So thank you so much, everybody, and thank you for joining us at Bahamas at Sunrise. There is much more after this commercial break. Stay with us.
World-class success through bold leadership. Hubert Edwards Global presents the second annual Success Summit 2018. Dynamic local and international speakers. Life-changing presentations designed to fuel your success at Super Clubs Breezes on December 1st, 2018. Your investment is only $100, including lunch. Our speakers, Dr. David Burrows, Simone Edwards, Peter Hall, Shivago Lang, Duquesa Dean, Mario Moxie, Kendall Major, Carlos Palacios, Cheryl Bazard, Gowon Bo, Carlos Mackey, Simone Bo, Valentino Monroe, Wellington Hepburn, and Rodney Bain. Also, Hubert Edwards, as he shares his personal success journey. Fitness expert Nathan Sweeting from Elite Wellness and Donovan Roll of J Fitness. Hosted by Chavez Brown. For more information, visit our website nlsolutionsbahamas.com. Tickets are available at all Cash and Go locations and online at tickets.cashandgobahamas.com.
The Department of Statistics will carry out its annual labor force survey during the period of November. Enumerators with official identification cards from the department will visit selected households in New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Abaco, and will be calling upon residents to complete the questionnaires honestly and accurately. The information obtained will be handled in the strictest confidence and will be used to maintain essential statistical data on our country.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. We've got the big yacht in the house, Jam Rock as I like to call it. But the University of the West Indies in Mona, Jamaica has just recently opened up the Faculty of Engineering. They've certainly gone up the ladder. And of course, this is to train more professionals to meet the growing demand for local engineers in Jamaica, of course, international engineers, of course, within the industrial sector. Here to talk to us this morning, first time on Bahamas at Sunrise, is Dr. Omar Thomas. He's got many titles, ladies and gentlemen. He's a lecturer. He's the Deputy Dean for Outreach, Internationalization, and Marketing at UWI Jamaica.
Yes, thanks
Dr.
for having
Thomas,
us.
good morning. Thank you very much for being on Bahamas at Sunrise. So tell us a little bit about the engineering program at UWI and its progression up to faculty.
Okay. Well, first of all, you know, the university has been around many years. 70th anniversary we're celebrating this year.
Oh, great.
And the programs continue to grow and expand. So engineering began in 2009, actually, as a program, as part of the physics department at Mona. And the program has continued to evolve. In 2013, we became the Mona School of Engineering, and that was under the Faculty of Science and Technology. In 2013, we started to offer civil engineering as well as computer system engineering, along with electronics, which started in 2009.
Okay.
The program continued to expand. In 2017, we added electrical power engineering to it. And just recently, in September, we launched the Faculty of Engineering, and where we offer 4 programs, 3 of which are different, structured differently than Trinidad, St. Augustine campus, and the one common program between the 2 is civil engineering, which, you know, is very integral to, you know, our infrastructure, and so, you know, it was very necessary that we have that program as well on the Mona campus.
So you go from programs to schools to faculty. So you talked about the different disciplines that are being offered. Was this a result of the industry demands, or?
Most definitely. Every program that we started is based on the demand from the industry. The original, as I said, the original concept was electronics engineering. But then the industry demanded that, you know, civil engineering was critical. And of course, electrical power. And then biomedical is a new program that we're starting, and that again was a response to the industry needs.
Okay, I would imagine being in Jamaica, most of the students are Jamaican, but of course, you're not here just to promote that. Obviously, looking for you know, persons from the Bahamas and throughout the Caribbean to become a part of this new faculty.
Most definitely, you know, so the UE, you know, all CARICOM members can welcome, as well as international students. And so we have actually had students from St. Lucia, we have actually had students from Belize, St. Kitts, and so we want to make the Bahamian community know that they are welcome, all right, to come and pursue their engineering degree here and contribute back to their country and to the region at large.
I tell you, the education has always been excellent at UE, and the prices have always been affordable. So just share a little bit about the structure in terms of, you know, tuition and fees.
Right. So the engineering program at UE is considered a full fee paying program, but nevertheless, the fee for engineering is $10,000 US for all members of the CARICOM, and that is, you know, when compared to our other,
you can't beat that. Absolutely, you can't beat that.
Yeah. Right? If you're outside of the CARICOM, then the tuition is $15,000. With that $10,000 US, you get a free tablet. You get your books uploaded to the tablet, and so there is very minimal, no cost a lot as it relates to books. Of course, boarding is an additional cost.
All right, excellent. So if somebody who's watching this show and they want to get more information about that, they're excited about registering for engineering at UE Jamaica Mona campus.
Let me speak a little bit about our entry requirements. So we have, the program is 3 years for the BS, but we also have a preliminary program, which is an additional 1 year. So if you have your 5 CXCs or your BG CSE, then you can do the preliminary engineering for 1 year and then go on to do the BS for 3 years. If you have A levels in maths and physics, then you can go and do for 3 years.
Excellent. And this information is obviously it's on the website.
Sure. If you go to the U Mona website, www.mona.uii.edu/engineering. We have the website, gives you all the details for tuition, courses, and, you know, application process.
Excellent, Dr. Thomas. Thank you so much for joining us on Bahamas at Sunrise. Very exciting, man.
It has been a pleasure.
Very exciting.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations. Yeah, you're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We have been with the School of Engineering at the University of West Indies Mona campus, Dr. Omar Thomas. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Wilfred Mullings, and I'm a sales executive with Bahamas Air. At Bahamas Air, there's an excitement in the air about our new service into Houston, Texas. Houston offers many experiences that can be enjoyed by family groups, church groups, civic organizations, and sporting groups. For the sports enthusiasts, Houston offers professional sports such as the NBA Houston Rockets, the NFL Houston Texans, and the World Series champions Houston Astros, which all provides year-round excitement. Houston also hosts premier sporting events from Olympic qualifying soccer, 3 Super Bowls, and the world's largest rodeo. Houston is definitely a city that inspires. So come fly with us and experience Houston for yourself and find out what inspiration leads you. For more information on flight and packaging, visit bahamasair.com.
Wait, that's Omar Little from The Wire. You think everyone is Omar from The Wire?
Wow, it's really nice to meet a fan.
It's like he's right here. Are you telling me he's been all type shows and stuff?
And you know, Rev Go Play plays a lot of good movies and TV shows.
Excuse me, can't you see we're watching something else? Rude.
Settle all your pop culture disputes with Rev Go Play. Watch, record, and stream all your favorite shows wherever you are. Free for all Rev TV subscribers. Rev, you and us together.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're at the midway point. Again, Gandhi,
Yeah.
so glad to have you.
Yeah, thank you, Phil. So great to be here. I was just showing Phil how good he looks on this Facebook Live stream.
Facebook Live feed.
Yeah.
Somebody just said, I'm here for my good friend Gandhi Pender. Listen, whatever works.
Yeah, that's my friend Dewey Thomas all the way in Port Charlotte watching. And the birthday requests are coming in. So happy birthday to young Kaylee Gray. She's 7 years old. She's in Exuma. So Ashley and Carson Gray, hi. And then Dr. Lene Edwards, she's in New York.
Oh, excellent,
Yeah,
excellent.
happy
Listen,
birthday to her.
interesting conversation with you, Mona.
Yes.
You know, the Faculty of Engineering, they have biomedical engineering, they have civil engineering, electrical power engineering, electronics engineering. You know, engineering was my first degree, and it's so good to see the popularity. Yeah, really.
I did not know that.
It's so good to see the growth.
It is.
In the God knows we need it.
Yes.
We need the engineers.
There is a lot of growth. And I'm happy too, even in the area of our culture, the Edmund Moxie Festival. So they're having the Coconut Grove Festival, and it's that great return. So on the park on Blue Hill Road, they say across from Super Value.
You can't miss it.
Friday and Saturday, check it out. But we've still got more great stuff in our second half. We're going to take a look at the Perfect Feet movie and find out how it's raising awareness about diabetes. And so that's very interesting. And then still the small business development.
Yeah, they were recently in Long Island.
Yes.
And the National Sports Hall of Fame 2018 is here, and we'll be talking with our inductees and, of course, the Alive Weekend Calendar.
Yes, and you know, we got to go back to our weather. Hey, I got to tell you, are you going to the Red Ribbon Ball this weekend? Say yes.
I can say yes.
Okay, good. It's going to be so fun. I love what they're doing. And, of course, Jocosia Joma is going to be hosting, so it's going to be great.
Always fun. Always
now.
Fun. I know that we're going to have our second look at weather at sunrise with Godfrey Burnside, who just doesn't have to be in the studio today, but you'll get your weather. It's okay.
It's a good thing.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
Weather at sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First. First in insurance, today, tomorrow.
Thank you and welcome back. I am in the studio with Chels, Mr. Chelly Moss and Chris Tucker. Wow, what a great day. Unfortunately, the Bahamas has the highest rate per capita in the world for type 2 diabetes. And last year, there were about 1,000 amputations in the Bahamas that were directly linked to diabetes. I had no idea about this. The Harris Entertainment Group is raising awareness about this in a national campaign featuring the film, The Perfect Feet Movie, and what an interesting and creative way to do it. So here to tell us more are Calvin Dwight Harris, President and CEO of the Harris Entertainment Group, and Dr. Monique Mitchell, Health Systems Officer, Ministry of Health. And we are just going to have a wonderful time together. And I see your beautiful wife, and she's doing such a great job.
Thank you.
And enthusiastic about this as well. So welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise to both of you.
Thank you.
So tell me more. How did this movie come about and the connection, the link to diabetes?
Well, first it started off as just a film that, a unique topic, something different as a documentary filmmaker. It evolved into something where, as we were filming and traveling different countries around the world, different states, the topic of diabetes kept coming up. So it's called Perfect Feet because it's like a one man's journey to find this perfect set of feet, kind of an illusion. But the idea is a journey to take folks on this journey. And we visit the Bahamas, we do Haiti, we visit different countries. And so basically through the course of this journey, we're able to discover that the epidemic rate related to your feet, mostly coming from diabetes and not controlling your blood sugars, was something that a lot of the podiatrists and doctors in the film were experiencing. So we felt that was something we needed to focus on. Personally, I'm a diabetic. My brother, also older brothers, passed away from diabetes in 2001. So it is a personal story for me as well. So it made sense to really kind of focus on that for the film. And through that process, this summer I met Dr. Johnson and Dr. Mitchell, who were also working on a conference on the foot diabetic foot angle. And so we just merged the ideas together.
I'm already wishing this was like a whole hour-long show. I'm drawn in, but tell us maybe a little bit about the stats and who is affected most in the Bahamas and any relevant information the Ministry of Health likes to get out.
Okay, well, diabetes is actually yesterday, Wednesday, was World Diabetes Day. And so this whole campaign and everything is actually focused around that. So, diabetes is a chronic metabolic disease that a lot of Bahamians and a lot of other persons around the world has, and the rate of diabetes worldwide, including the Bahamas, has been increasing. And
Why?
Well, there are a number of factors that contribute to it. Okay, our lifestyle is the major one. The way we live nowadays has changed. We don't walk as much, we don't exercise, we don't eat the way we used to, and so because of the rate of obesity and increase in weight has contributed significantly to the diabetes epidemic.
There's a direct link between weight, diabetes, obesity.
Yes, that's well connected.
Okay.
And so for a lot of persons who have diabetes, some of them, because their blood sugar is not controlled over time, they end up having complications. And diabetes affect the body from head to toe. The eyes, the heart, the kidneys, the feet, everywhere.
What if it's hereditary or runs in our family? What can we do to kind of curb it or to avoid it?
Well, there is a strong genetic component for all the types of diabetes, okay? Well, type 1, is the type of diabetes that we tend to call hereditary because it occurs in younger persons and they just develop diabetes.
What's the age range, like the youngest?
It can be any age. There's no range of age. You have children who have diabetes, very young, and you have older children as well. That would still be a type 1, meaning that the pancreas, for some reason, is unable to produce any more insulin, and so they would have to get insulin every day. That's only about less than 10% of the persons who have diabetes. The largest proportion of persons who have diabetes is actually type 2. And that's why it's more lifestyle related, okay? The habits that you do, lack of exercise, the type of foods we eat, the amount of foods we eat, and that is directly related to type 2 diabetes.
Okay, I'm going to come right back to you, so you can have that list ready to tell us what we can do. But where is this film being shown and what impact do you hope it will have?
Well, the film is being shown at the upcoming Bahamas International Film Festival, November 29th at 1 p.m. at the Galleria. And November 30th, 7 p.m., it's going to be a small kind of red carpet premiere at Bahamar in the inaugural room. So we wanted to use that as a platform to launch the film. And basically we're hoping that folks that come out and watch the film can really get educated about the dramatic effects that things like diabetes can have on the feet, but they also learn a lot of different factors that involve in this unique topic. It is a different topic. It's a social kind of film, or social movement kind of film, one that's very unique, but hopefully one that can impact everyone because they can relate to this topic.
Yeah, and I would just be interested to see what people would have said as you went to the different countries.
Yes.
You're shaking your head, and I guess we have to go out to go
There's
and
a lot,
see it.
yeah, it's an experience, and
Yeah.
it is different. I just hope people will give it a chance and take a look at
November
the film itself.
29th at 1 p.m. And now, Dr. Monique Mitchell, I guess you have the final word, and you go down that list for us.
Well, what I would like to say is that how we're related to the movie is, you know, I'm a podiatrist, and we deal with feet. And so a lot of times we see persons with complications like they end up with amputation, ulcers,
Or
and
the
stuff
foot
on the
won't
feet.
heal.
Yes.
Yeah, the
Sores that would
sores.
not heal.
Right.
And so it was a marriage of sorts to deal with this movie because it's so exciting to have a unique and novel way to actually discuss preventing amputations. Just yesterday, they had an event yesterday in Rawson Square where they did Show Your Feet, okay?
Wow.
And so it was really exciting. But what I also want to mention that's going on today is we're having a conference. I'm from the Bahamas
Where's the
Podiatric
conference gonna
Medical
be?
Association. It's going to be at the University of the Bahamas.
What time?
And it starts at 9 a.m.
Okay.
It goes until 2.
Okay.
And we have a great
So
lineup
go there
of
right
speakers.
now, 9 to 2.
9 to
UB.
2 and come
so
there
much
and
great
see it.
information. I'm going to share your contacts at
Yes.
the end of all of this. And thank you so much for being here. I have to go and see that. It sounds amazing.
Yes, you must.
Let me be obedient to Chris Tucker, okay? So I could show them I know how to act right. So everybody, we're so excited for you to be able to see what's on our live calendar. And we'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Sunrisers. This your boy Sovereign with your live weekend calendar. Coconut Grove Festival, Friday, November 16th, beginning at 6 p.m. and Saturday, November 17th, beginning at 3 p.m. Edmund Moxley Park, Blue Hill Road, facing Super Value. The Bahamas National Trust presents their annual Christmas Jollification Arts and Crafts Festival, Saturday, November 17th and Sunday, November 18th, the Retreat Gardens, Village Road. 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on both days. The Bahamas AIDS Foundation presents the 25th Annual Red Ribbon Ball. Saturday, November 17th, Grand Ballroom Atlantis. Cocktails 7 p.m., dinners 8 p.m., dresses black tie. Come out and support the national soccer team as CONCACAF Nations League presents Match Day, Bahamas versus Anguilla. Sunday, November 18th, Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. Gates open at 5 p.m. Admission is free. And that's your live weekend calendar. To be included in the live weekend calendar, please email us at kalbury@tclbahamas.com. Alive. Believe in best.
The WTO will bring benefits, but it will also bring challenges as we adjust to global trading rules. These challenges include potential loss of government revenue through the reduction in customs duties, increased competition for vulnerable domestic sectors, and the cost of adjusting to the rules of the WTO. The Bahamas has the means, support, and a strategic plan to overcome these challenges. The Bahamas stands ready to rise to the challenges necessary to achieve a better quality of life for our people.
COB prepared me to be a leader by teaching me to work hard for what I want. I'm the first chief internal auditor at the University of the Bahamas. For me, that's an honor to be able to do that. I feel like I'm giving back to a university that gave me a start in my life. I'm Errol Thompson, and this is my UB.
Apply today at www.ub.edu.bs.
So who really own a Nassau container port?
Boss, that's easy. The government.
I do.
I do.
Thank you.
I do.
I do. And one day, he will too.
I do. Knock knock.
Here at the Nassau Container Port, we've diversified our ownership to give hardworking Bahamians a piece of the economic pie. And we'll continue to grow so that we can give you a consistent return on your investment. That's our promise.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. November 23rd is the day. The National Sports Hall of Fame is the event. We're very pleased to be joined in the studio by the Director of Sports. I don't know, guys, he's been here so many times, he could probably just take this mic from me. Timothy Munnings, in Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture. And he has brought along some legends with him. We've been talking about him all morning, so very happy to have Peter Gilcud, Hall of Fame class of 2018 for basketball. Everybody should know that. And Sammy Simonet, Hall of Fame for the class of 2018. And of course, this would be bowling. He's got on his Coca-Cola Avengers shirt. I was looking for the Cougars, you know. But, you know, so he's Sammy. I was looking, does he have a nickname? I mean, was Peter the Assassin?
Macaroni.
Macaroni. All right, Macaroni.
But you know, that's a long story. Now it's migrated to the superstar Peter Macaroni.
Peter Macaroni.
Yeah.
Oh man, but listen, Tim. So listen, this is the annual event. I don't know which year it is. In terms of done it, but I mean, it just keeps getting bigger and better.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture is excited to always put this on. We've been putting this as an event which began in 1989. We're now in our 13th class.
Wow.
And so this year we are inducting a class of 10.
Okay.
8 persons are with us and 2 are deceased.
Okay.
And we're very excited about it. Today happens to be the Honorable Lanisha Roll's birthday, Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, and she extends on her birthday congratulations to this class as well.
Excellent, excellent. So you have 10 persons. How many disciplines? Which disciplines are they?
We have a very diverse group this year. We have cricket with Mr. Edmund Lewis. We have golf. We have 2 golfers, Miss Agatha Delancey and Harcourt Coins. Poitier. I think everyone seemed to have a nickname.
Right.
Cornell Mickey Williams from tennis. Cresswell Pratt, baseball. Deceased, we have a category of officiating or officials. So Arthur Thompson Sr. And the late Jan Mortimer for volleyball. I know I've not called all, but it shows the range of sports that we're including.
Wow, well excellent. We're so very I'm glad to have at least 2 of them on the studio today. No strangers to the Bahamian community. We was reading up a little bit about them in preparation for this, and of course, you know, we got the big guy in the house. It's been an MVP just about on every level of your competition.
Yes, I had the pleasure at being the most valuable player from the Cougars Junior to the Cougars Senior. To the championship level in different the country's MVP. The MVP at St. Gregory's University and the MVP at the University of Minnesota. And to have been the co-outstanding player of national teams represented by the Bahamas. Sterling Quan and myself were co-MVPs at the Pan Am Games on the Bahamas team. And at the CAC game in Colombia.
Wow. That's a long list of killing people cheering. What do you think, what do you consider to be kind of like a highlight or some more memorable moments of your career?
Well, in 1972, I was able to get Basil Sands a scholarship to join me at St. Gregory's. And the thrill has always been, more than playing, was to get more Bahamian scholarship opportunities. And that came to a point when we broke through to the NBA and got Michael Thompson, who joined me at Minnesota. And then after that, to get Osborne and then Kendall Tiny Pinder, then Mario Green, signed up with the Harlem Globetrotters, and to go on and to work with kids like Ian Lockhart, who I had the opportunity to really force feed. You know, he'd stay by my house and go play basketball. And he ended up being the second NBA player with the Phoenix Suns. And then Dexter Cambridge, of course the Bohawk. You know, he and Loxley Colley kind of moved in with me. So we could go work out at 3 o'clock in the morning.
This is a wonderful history. I mean, you're saying it. I hope you're writing it, or you can have somebody write it, because you know while you got it all up there, you need to kind of just put it together. But Sammy, listen, I love the shirt. The Avengers. I guess that was a team back then.
Yeah, this was a team that's won more than one championship, so I thought it was good to wear it, you know.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, bowling is one of those sports that I could just never really do with this left hand of mine. But you mastered it.
Left-handed, yeah. Actually, I used to play a lot of pool one time in the early years. You know, my uncles were the McKinney's on Wolf Road, and I used to play pool in our shop there, the bar there. And I got good at it. I won MVP one year while I was young. Now, I didn't get to meet the top players,
Right.
you know, because it would they put you in a lineup, but you just get lucky, and I went undefeated that year. That was the only pitcher I had that didn't get burnt down, because some time ago my house went down, my pitches all got destroyed.
Yeah.
You know, but one of the things that I enjoyed the most is that I took over from some of the older people and supervised the junior program.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the highlight and I supervised it for years, you know. I sent a lot of juniors, some tournaments away. A lot of them can beat me out now. You know? I was the first to actually win 3 local national championship. Now you have Sonny, you have Sonny Lockhart, you have David Sladden, you have Lee Davis. All of them have won more than 3 now, and they still bowling.
But nothing
well.
beats an original, right? I mean,
right?
Nothing beats an original,
Yeah.
But Tim, so the date is coming up. That'll be next week, Friday, 23rd. Tell us a little bit more about the event, the tickets, where you can get them from, information, that type of stuff, really quickly.
Well, the activities leading up to this have already started.
Okay.
So yesterday, these gentlemen and the others went to Eva Hilton Primary School and took over the school, and the kids celebrated with them. We're going to another school next week. We go to Commonwealth Baptist Church on Sunday, culminating again with the induction at Government House. And so we invite everybody to come and celebrate with these guys.
So there's not a ticket cost. People can just show up and
it's free.
And just support. Okay, excellent, man. Listen, gentlemen, I'm always humbled, you know, to be in the presence of such, you know, legends. Congratulations once again. And Tim, continue to do an excellent job that you're doing over there at the Ministry of Sports and Culture. Happy birthday, Lanisha. You're watching Bahamas Sunrise. We'll be right back.
How are we making Rev work wonders for you? We are doing it together. You told us what you want, and we've heard you. Want faster broadband? How about speeds up to 1 gigabit per second? Want shorter house calls? 2 hours max. We promise. Want to take your entertainment anywhere? Well, your Rev Go Play app is here. Rev, we've heard you. You speak, we listen. Rev, you and us together.
One thing, 2 things, blue thing, old things, things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right, and in the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
And welcome back. Thank you, Brenda Knowles, for giving me a little pop of lip gloss as I ran back and forth in between. So everyone, we promised you that we would give you some information about small businesses, and the Access Accelerator Small Business Development Center is on the move, letting Bahamians know about the support available for micro, small, and medium-sized business enterprises. Bahamas at Sunrise joined them in Long Island last week. Here is our beautiful, talented Suzette Parker with that story.
The Access Accelerator Small Business Development Center is taking its mission to support the growth of small business enterprises to the Family Islands. At a town meeting in Long Island last week, team members shared their core objectives.
People need to know, one, that the government has set aside $5 million a year for the next 5 years. That's a total of $25 million to support micro, small, and medium enterprises. I think a lot of people are wondering, well, as a company in Long Island, will I have an opportunity to access that capital compared to all of the individuals anywhere else? The important thing to recognize here, this is a Bahamian product. This is a Bahamian initiative. So every single island, we would love to be represented. We want to support entrepreneurs throughout the archipelago. So that's the most important thing.
The Long Island Chamber of Commerce sees great potential for this initiative on the island.
I was so happy to hear about it and to get more information about it, because it is something that I am sure a lot of people in Long Island would welcome and would definitely take advantage of. And I'm a firm believer that Long Island is on the verge of some serious development. So I started thinking of all types of things, but I started thinking of like light manufacturing, you know, making souvenir items. That's the first thing my mind went to, because that will be something that's needed. Hair salons, beauty parlors, that sort of thing, because we don't really have a great variety of stuff like that.
The center offers training and mentorship.
The first step is business development advisory services. So for some people, they believe this is simply the development of a business plan. This is much more than that. It starts with helping you to understand your idea, making sure it's really the idea you would like to go through, help you quantify it, help you find out what level of profitability is involved, what are the inputs, what are the outputs, some of the pricing strategy. All of those granular parts of developing a business we assist with. At the end of that, it culminates in what is a business plan that goes ahead for funding if that's what that client requires. The next step, a number of our entrepreneurs are requiring training in different areas. Some of them need the initial entrepreneurship training, but some of them also need training with respect to HR matters, with respect to cash flow and financial management. So as an institution, what we're doing, we're creating modules of training opportunities for our clients as well. There's also advocacy, there's also events, networking, all of that comes into play, and mentorship is a huge part of one of the things that we're offering.
The center's board of directors bring a wealth of knowledge to the team.
The board of SBDC is a very talented board, I have to say, a very diverse group of persons that bring very valuable perspective on this whole concept of entrepreneurial and business development in the country. So our guidance comes from experience in accounting, in the law profession, from an general economic perspective, from a general business perspective, young persons as well as more old persons. So our guidance comes from an understanding as well of what needs to happen in this country if we expect to succeed in this global economy.
The Access Accelerator SBDC will manage the business development process from idea to full execution.
If an individual comes to the center and they simply have an idea that they would like to develop, it could take a month to 2 months just to develop that idea, to properly research it, to do feasibility studies, and then there's another period of time for funding, and then there's the startup where you actually do all of the business registration, all the financial management software putting in place. And then there's another 3 years of hand-holding, either through mentorship or direct advisory services, watching the success of your business and being there for you to ask questions of for that period of time. So it's a long-term relationship. To get it started will probably be a couple of months for most people. If you're walking in with a business plan, that business plan will need to be scrutinized, and once we are confident that it has all of the components required for funding, then after that review, it will be pushed forward.
The SBDC will provide advocacy on behalf of the MSME sector.
We look at ourselves, quite frankly, this SBDC entity, to be a game changer for the economy. So we're going to be pushing the envelope as regards to pressuring policymakers to put in place appropriate laws, regulatory framework that encourages and facilitates the expansion and development of small businesses in the country. We cannot go on just hoping that Bahamians will be employees of somebody else, that we must take control of the economy. And we're hoping that the SBDC will be able to do that.
What we would like to see is more involvement by business in the community, getting involved and participating in functions like this, because it's how we learn, how you get information on how to build your business, how to grow your business. And what I'd like to see more of is, like I said, people not just sitting back and complaining, but finding out what's available and how you can put it to use for your purposes. So I would say to anybody, we're going to be partnering with the Small Business Development Center. I'm very happy about that. And I just invite any Long Islander, if you're a business person or not, come forward and join the chamber. Let's get this thing moving.
For Bahamas at Sunrise, this is Suzette Parker.
What y'all doing?
Thank you very much for joining us on this edition of Bahamas at Sunrise. The fun just never ends. The fun just never ends.
It never ends. So apparently both of us are left-handed. I didn't know that Phil was an engineer. This is amazing. And apparently I'm a vaccine, according to Peter Gilgert. But I'm a Valley girl, so I'm so sorry.
I was about to say, you crossing some lines right there, and you can be on your own with that. But listen, have a wonderful weekend. But also,
so we just want to say, go over to perfectfeetthemovie.com. That's going to be amazing. And I didn't know that Danny Johnson traveled to the Family Islands and provided free service to these people.
Yeah.
Is it amazing?
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll see you later. Dr. Ali Campbell says hi.
Hi, Ali. And hello, Sherlyn McKenzie, my cousin. Get up, man. We're going to see you soon. Get well. Have a wonderful weekend.
Ciao.
Bye.